to mora biti podnožje ovih planina. Jer Rudnik je uvijek pod planinom. Kako logički zaključivam, a? Čudo ljuto. A to mora biti tu, ne more dalje biti. Šta su oni tu kopali? Zlato. Šta će drugo? A da, to je to. Vidim kućice već odavde. Piše zabranjen lov. Zabranjen lov. A na šta ovdje lov? Na šta se ovdje u lov mora ići? Ovdje nema niđe ništa. Ja mislim da ovdje nema ni poskoka, ni zvečarka. Eno kabine. Ove kabine, ove brvnare. Evo ga i selo. To minersko selo. Ej, sad ako to još nije zaključano. A što mora biti da je. Muzej. Sad. Muzej je vamo zatvoreno, ovdje piše da je privatni posjed, ali može, ovi posjetioci mogu, jer u Americi ne valja ulaziti na privatni posjed zato što moraš biti mrtav, more metak da te pogodi vrlo lako, tako da ako ne piše ulazak za bilo koji razlog ne ulazi. Koliko se plaća ulaznica za muzej? Muzej. Kakav je ovo muzej? Tu ćemo se parkirati. A neka dva već sjede na onome automobilčiću da obilaze muzej. Ja ću se parkirati tu. Dobro. Da vidimo kakav muzej i o čemu se tu radi. Znači, nacionalni park Kofa ima muzej. Ovo je za ove rudare, rudarski muzej. Good morning. No.
Just a visitor.
Just a visitor.
Where are you from?
Tour?
No, we're here for 6 months. We're the tour guides.
We're the tour guides.
Really? So this is museum?
Yes.
It's a museum, and there's a mine that we give guided tours into.
It's from a mining community that started in 1860, and they mined here all the way through 1979. But the town represents the second half of the 18th century.
So who's owning this?
Their names are Alan and Stephanie Armstrong.
So that this is privately owned.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But it is a museum.
So it's a museum. So how much is the entrance?
Well, to see the town, it's $20.
Uh-huh.
And there's almost 60 buildings and lots of history and lots of cool stuff.
Okay.
To see the town and the mine, it's $75.
So where is the mine?
So the mine...
About a mile from here.
Yeah, we drive you over. We drive you into the mine. We show you the whole mine. The mine is interesting for a couple of reasons. One is Alan, there are actually 300 mines on his property, and he has rappelled on ropes down into all of them and brought up all these artifacts. Like, so much stuff was left behind over the decades. And so everything from clothing and books to tools and machinery and you name it, it's down there. And so we show you all the old stuff and what it was like for them mining. And then there's one of the natural wonders of the world. There is a wall, there's a whole section of the cave, of the mine, that has 13 different minerals, and they all fluoresce different colors.
So what was mined for? For gold?
Originally gold and silver.
Gold and silver.
And some minerals. And then they discovered a vein of lead. And lead became the primary, you know.
For the guns.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, they literally...
How long is the tour?
It takes about an hour and 15 minutes.
Whole tour?
No, just
the mine tour.
Just the mine tour.
You can walk around in town all day if you want to.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Because there's, you know those buildings you pass driving in?
Uh-huh.
That was the original
That was
Castle
the
Dome.
oldest part of the
oldest
city.
part.
At one point, 4,000 people were here.
So there were
4,000.
Yeah,
and
So when this is started? When
1860.
So Castle Dome Mining Museum is owned by Alan and Stephanie Armstrong. They came out in the 1980s, built a house, which is right here, and he's the one who takes care of everything. As you can see by the solar panels, we are 100% off the grid here. All of our power derives from the solar panels. We have 3 wells that we tapped into for our water. And every, Alan, that's the owner. He was working on one of the buildings he's doing. Yeah, but all their vehicles are electric. And like I said, we do electric golf carts. But yeah, but all the supplies out here are for more solar panels that we're planning to put in. Right now we have over 500 solar panels on property. Castle Dome. If you look right in front of us, that summit at the top is Castle Dome. The one on our right is called Little Dome. So when Alan came out here, you'll see a lot of metal sculptures. We have between 400 and 500 sculptures that are out here because Alan found scrap metal when he started buying the land. He owns 350 acres. So what he did is he was going to take it to the dump, and a friend said, I know someone who makes sculptures out of metal. So he gave him 3 tractor loads full of metal, and in return, these people made the sculptures and gave them back to us. This is one of the trails that they had, represented by the donkeys, from the city to the mine. And we're going to go, like I said, the mine's about a mile from here. People didn't realize that the mine, the brothers who own this, even existed. They had no clue that it was out here. It took Alan 3 years to buy the mine, and like I said, that mine...
Who established the mine?
The Spanish conquistadors back in the 1700s. Spanish, they came up from Mexico searching for gold and silver. They found the mine, they started working the mine, but then they realized it was really hard work. So they saw the Native American Indians and enslaved them to work in the mine. As the years went on, the Spanish got happy and content, and the Indians grew. They finally overthrew the Spanish, killed all the Spanish that were here, and then the Indians went back to their tribe.
What kind of, what Indians, what tribe, what name?
That I don't know. There's nothing ever...
Cherokee, Sioux, whatever.
Cherokee? No, I don't think they were.
Sioux maybe, huh? No.
I'd have to find out. This is also the trail of the Spanish conquistadors. This is the one they use. And you know that because it takes you all the way out to the old part of the town. So they built that. And like I said, we have sculptures on the mountains, and you're going to see a ton of sculptures as we're heading this way. So after Alan found this place, he got the mine. He had a friend who was a geologist, and they started to explore all the different levels. Like I said, the whole mine goes down 650 feet, and there's a river that runs under the mine. And the only reason Alan knows that is because when he rappelled into it, they got down 650 feet and he landed in a pool of water. And it was moving, so that's how they knew that there was water under the mine, the river. Here's more sculptures of some of the artists that made them, and they all like to do something different. One that loved dinosaurs, so this is our Jurassic Park. One gentleman loved to do horses, another gentleman loved to do Africa, another gentleman liked to do aliens. And like I say, we'll see a lot of that as we're heading out this way. But the miners, when they lived in town, and if they didn't have a mine of their own, they worked in the whole mine for the company who owned it. They were paid $1 a day and a meal, and they were referred to as grub miners. Some guys like to be gold. So what happened is, back in 1864, a lot of between here from the town to the mine had hundreds and hundreds of tents and cabins built because they didn't want to walk all the way to town, so they built something out here to live in. Here's somebody like to do birds, so we have all different kinds of birds out here.
Who owns this land?
This belongs to Alan and Stephanie Armstrong.
So that's their property?
Yes, this is their property. They bought it, and they started with 25 acres and grew to 350. 350
acres.
Acres they own out here. Alan basically...
Do they live here?
Yes, they live here full time. We passed their house in Saucer. And he has little guys, and these were aliens from the different movies, and these were just demons, I guess.
Demons,
Yeah.
So I'm alien too, right?
So you can live right there. Pitch a tent right there. But Alan cleared all these roads, and like I said, he made the mine. When he discovered the mine, like I said, he started pulling out stuff, equipment, tools, bottles, clothes, books, newspapers, and he took some to the museum, but then he realized, let's leave a lot of it in the mine so people could see it. In 1940, black lights were invented. So when Alan's friend came out here, and I'm going to pause right here, this is called the Remington. It's a very famous sculpture and paintings that depicted an Indian who was wounded in battle with a spear. He got to his horse, and his horse started taking him out into the desert to get away from the fighting. Along the way on the trail, the Indian died. Shortly after that, the horse died. But this is called the Remington, and one of the guys thought it'd be great for us to have out here as a sculpture. So that's what that represents. And if you look it up, you can see paintings and brass sculptures. Now here's one of the guys who love to do horses. So we're going to come through here, and he does rams and horses. So Alan, like I said, his friend found these minerals, and when they hit it with a black light, they glowed. And we will show you this when we get into the mine. Like I said, everyone who works out here are volunteers. All the tour guides. So like I said, my wife and I love history, and that's why we came out here. And we learn more and more all the time. These are a couple other tour guides. They live out here and they help take care of the mine. They watch the mine, they lock it up at night. We're coming up on the whole mine, which is right there. Now when Alan bought the whole mine, it took him 3 years after he was here to buy the mine. It was like a hole in a mountain. He's the one who put all the wood up, which you'll see, in order to make it safe. He cemented the roads into the mine so we can take golf carts on it. This is another one of the guys in the sculptures. He loved to do Africa. So we have giraffes, lions, elephants, rhinos. There's a monkey in the tree. I mean, this is what he loved to do, so that he brought this for Alan, for giving him all the wood. And the town you see, that supported the mine, and we'll check that out after we go into the mine. I'll show you what's there. Alan did ask these guys who made the sculptures, he says, can you get me one guy 10 feet tall that I could put in front of the mine? The guys built him 2 guys 10 feet or 20 feet tall that they have. This is a mine track. That's what they used in the 1950s to go down into the mines and then back up. It holds 14 people. We use that in tours when we have larger groups. This is some of the equipment that was found. This was a battery charger, and we got legs finally put on it that we found in a building, and we have the other main compartment. When they got electricity here, they used that to help charge batteries, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. This is the entrance to the mine. I'm going to jump off and go turn the lights on if you want to grab a hard hat. If you have to wear a hard hat.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Oh, and if you need to use the bathrooms are these tin buildings right here.
I see. Okay. Is this the same size of these helmets?
Yeah, basically what you do is...
No, is it same size? Is it yellow same size too?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we just bought new hats.
Oh,
so
new
when you
hats.
put it on, you turn the button in the back.
Oh, okay.
This one, clockwise.
Oh, I see what it is.
Yeah, and it actually tightens on your hat.
I see. Thank you.
And you can hang your hat there.
Yes, I will.
Because when we come back out, because you can get it back in a minute. When we come out. Right. This can go down. It has 2 pedals. One for forward, one for reverse. And if you take your feet off both pedals, it stops. Maximum speed is 7 miles an hour. But we use this for big groups. Because Alan paid this, we can take our golf carts down in the mine. Turn your lights on. Okay, now I don't like going down too fast. There is a steep incline, because we're actually going to be heading down 100 feet into the mine to the first level. Like I said, once a year we have to come through here and
So what's its total depth?
650 feet.
650 feet deep.
And there's 30 levels, 30
levels
of tunnels that held the gold, the silver, the lead, and there's a whole cavern of crystals that I'll show you. And when we turn the black lights on, they fluorescent.
Really?
Yes. To get a great picture when we get to that cavern, don't use a flash, because your camera will see things that our eyes can't see. They see better. And when you take a picture of it, then you'll be able to show your friends and stuff down here. Okay? Now this is the first level.
It says 100 level emergency
100
escape.
feet, yeah, level, exactly. So what they did here, and we're gonna park
So we are now 100 feet deep
in the mine.
in the mine.
Okay, we're gonna turn this off, grab my flashlight. Let me go over and turn the lights on down here.
Okay.
Now, just to show you what it would be like for a miner to work here. If you put your hand in front of your face, 6 inches away. Now, when they came down here, this was before electric was invented. This is how dark the mine was. Can you see the hand in front of your face?
No.
No. They mined by candle.
By candle?
By candle. These are lights for here. We're going to start here. As you can see, all of the equipment, all the boxes, all of the bags, everything was found in the mine here. They had to, the light blinks on and off. They had to fix stuff down here. So, the light's loose, someone bumped it. Oh, I have a flashlight. Okay, so as you can see, there's natural light coming from an air shaft above us. And if you look over there, the light comes on, there's a shaft that they actually worked. And what they would do is they would put beams across here, and there's a shaft on this side that you can actually see up, and it's come stand on my left side, and you'll see it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because we have the beams, they had wooden beams to support it, and they go all the way across an alley. Now this is where Alan went down, 650 feet to the bottom of this mine.
650 feet down through this hole.
Yes, it goes all the way down. And then it shows, like you can see, there's a cavern below us, another shaft.
Yes.
So, but this is what Alan, and if you stand in this corner, to my right, you can get a lot better shot now of one of the tunnels.
Yeah, I see it.
And you can see the wood that they had, and basically they would they would put the wood up and walk across it. And I'll have a better example of that in a minute. But yeah,
that's crazy.
This is where people went down. We have to make sure. Yeah, when Alan, this is where he rappelled down, and they had the rope tied to a jeep, and then they would pull the artifacts up. Which there's a wheelbarrow.
This is wheelbarrow from what year?
1870s, 1880s. It was something that was put together, and just like as you can see, they had anvils.
I have to say this in a different
drills.
language. Kaže da su ove tačke stare 250 godina. Izvučene iz 300 metara ispod zemlje. Okay.
You can see we have anvils, and they had to bring tools here, and they still work.
How old is that anvil?
This is from the 1800s also, because what they did is when they came here, if something broke, they fixed it here. They didn't go to the top, they worked here. So they could come over, and this was another anvil that they used. But all this stuff was in the mine when Alan found it. So Alan decided to leave. Watch your step.
That's crazy.
Okay, we're gonna head this way now.
What these bags is used for?
Clothes.
Clothes?
Yeah, they bring clothes or quilts.
Oh, okay.
You'll see in the section we'll go to, there's a big cavern. And in the 1940s and 50s, when they went to hydraulic and they had air tools, that's what all of these tubes are for. Now,
Did you?
do you smell that?
Yes.
You know what it is?
And I felt the heat.
It's bat poop, bat guana.
Say again?
Bat poop?
Bat poop is smell like this?
It's called iguana. Yeah, exactly. This is a tunnel that we don't use. We put a door up because we thought we may have to block it off. If you go to where the ladder is, turn right, which we don't go, we don't mess with the bats. You walk down about probably 100 yards. There's a huge cavern that has over 1,000 bats in here.
Are they dangerous?
No, they don't like the still air because there's air that flows in and out there. But every once in a while, you may see something fly over. He's just trying to get away from us. So, but yes,
that's the smell.
That's the smell. As you see here, what the workers would do is they would come down, change their shoes into boots, and when they were done, they would just leave the boots here. Because it didn't belong to them, they belonged to the guy who owned the mine. He bought it as equipment for them. That's a battery charger from the 1950s, and that's what they used to recharge the batteries for the lamps that they use.
So what year are those boots?
Probably from 40s and 50s.
And they didn't let them to wear those boots.
They could wear them in the mine.
That's it.
They would change out of them when they went up top.
Ooh.
Now, what do you think this is?
That looks to me like a kitchen.
No, it's a toilet.
Toilet.
A porta potty. There were guys, all their job was to do.
This is toilet?
It was on rail cars. Yeah, see? This is, they would climb up and sit right there.
Can I have this, please?
Yeah.
Because of the camera.
Yeah, that's a toilet.
That's a toilet.
And there was 2 miners that had to every day push this around so the miners could relieve themselves. Then
two at the time.
2 guys, that's all they had, and they would hook it.
So wait a minute, are those 2 guys did it at same time?
Well, 2 guys pushed it at the same time.
No, but why is 2?
Oh, 2 people could use it at the same time.
And they were sitting next to each other.
Yeah, just doing their thing and going. They weren't, they were the only guys
down here. Are you kidding me?
Here.
I have to say this in different language.
Okay.
Kaže, ja sam mislio, pita me šta je ovo, ja kažem da je kuhinja. Ja sam rekao da je kuhinja, ali nije kuhinja nego WC. WC je, what year is this?
1870s?
Iz 1870. godine ovako su rudari srali, evo ovako. Znači tu 2 rudara seru u isto vreme u ovo. I how many times a day they took it out? Twice?
They would push us all over. When it got full, they would take it out, dump it, rinse it, and then bring it back down. And the guys who pushed this around got paid an extra 25 cents a week. That was their job. And then when 2 new people came, when they got more new workers, they would take that over and they would just start mining. That's all their job was.
Kaže da 25 centi je bila dodatna po jednome sedmici. Po jednoj sedmici 25 centi izdobiva više ako radiš kao da nosaš ova govna. I to su praznili nekoliko puta na dan. Izbace van, prospu, onda operu vodom, pa vrate nazad, tako da mineri, ovi rudari ne bi ušli van iz jame, nego samo da seru. Seru i rade, ništa drugo. Amazing.
And every level, all 30 levels has one of these on it.
So svaki, znači ovdje je bilo 30 spratova u rudnik. 30 spratova. Svaki sprat je ima svoje.
The evolution of their lighting system down here. Every day.
Can I hold this and then I will record you?
Yeah, every perfect. Day they would wear, they got 1 candle. They would hook this on their ears and then that's what they had to light up while they were working. This guy had 2 candles, one on this side, one on this side.
I have to say this is amazing. Kaže ovako su rudari u 1800 neke godine išli u rudnik. Znači prvo stave ovo oko šljema. Ovo su obične svijeće, 2 svijeće s svake strane po jedna, zapale se svijeće i tako se rudarilo. Znači svijeće gore dok ti rudariš. Vidiš, to se vješalo na šljem. You can speak and I can translate in real time.
From there they went to this. They still had to use a candle, but they got something a little harder to protect their head. Then from this one, this was, if you shine here, carbine. And it was a fuel that they put in this little lantern here. They would open the lid, put the fuel in, close it, and then light this. And this is what illuminated so they could work. And they got away from this.
Znači ovo je bilo prvo, ali bez šljema. Ovo je samo navrnuto žicom preko glave. 2 svijeće sa strane. Pa su onda, poslije toga, izmislili šljem i navrnuli svijeću na šljem. To je bilo sljedeće. Poslije toga su izmislili šljem sa ovim karbajdom koji se nalije u ovo i onda pravi svjetlo.
Then when they finally came up with batteries, they would hook these on...
What year was that?
1940s.
1940s.
1950s.
Onda su se premakli na ove baterije koje su izmislili sa lampom. Prvi put u 1940.
And what they would do is they would charge it. That was the battery charger we had along the wall.
Oh, right there.
And we're bringing the rack down to put next to it because these would slide in and the electricity would recharge the batteries, which gave them light. But all the stuff Alan found here in the mine, and you can see all the different things.
So he found this 650 feet down.
650. He could have found this on level 2, 3, all the way down to 30. Those were what they called steel-toed boots. And if a nugget were to fall on your foot, that isn't going to really protect your foot. Now, these were the tools that they used in the 40s and 50s. There were 1 or 2 man tools, and these things are heavy. There would be drills.
Oh, that's a drill?
Yeah, there's different drills, and there's more we'll see. And this one, and it worked with air, and it would punch holes so they can put dynamite in.
So what kind of air? How they produce the air?
When they came up with compressors in the 40s and 50s,
I see.
you'll see all these tubes.
Yeah, I see.
That we have running
That's a newer one.
Exactly.
Newer version.
Yes, they would put it on there. Now these are dynamite boxes.
Dynamite.
Alan found, and they would stack dynamite at 100 sticks in a box. Then they went down finally to smart, they went to 25 sticks. Alan was down on level 7, looking around, and he found a box with 25 sticks of dynamite still in it. He had to hire a crew to get it up and out to be safe, and then they just detonated it up top. All the tools you see were left here. Now, this is a warning system here in Arizona. It was designed for this mine. As you see, it goes down to 30 levels, and the different bell tones made a different noise. The one bell meant stop immediately in motion and just listen. And as the danger grew, like to 7 bells, it was a danger signal followed by a station signal so people knew how to get out. And that's why you'll see on the walls, there's markings that showed people the arrow on how to get out and where the exits were. Okay. Once again, more tools. Everything also, as you see, there's a lot of levees and pulley systems. These were designed and used to help with the carts going up and down. Men would pull up and pull down. And that's why you see so many of them just laying around. These are all over the bottom down here. Once again, this is one of the shafts that Alan used. Once again, more dynamite boxes.
No dynamite in there, right?
No.
Come on.
All the dynamite's gone. Alan pulled it all out. So, but these were some of the tools that they had. This was a crowbar, and that's what they used. This one was one of the first drills, and it was a 2-man crew. One person would hit the wall with it, and the other person would hit this with a sledgehammer, and then they would twist it, and they'd hit it again, and they twisted, and this is what they used to drill holes in to place dynamite. And as you see, all of the stuff was just left, just leaning against the wall when Alan found it.
That sounds like a very, very hard labor.
Yes, it is. It's amazing how hard things are. This is one of the tunnels that we were about ready, that we can tell, with the wood, we were about ready to frame up to give tours in. But this tunnel leads to the cavern with the bats. So we left it alone. This is a tool cart that they used, that they would push and pull to take a lot of their tools around with them. And behind it is a ore bucket. When Alan came here, this was so dark people couldn't see anything. So Alan...
So how they...
Go ahead.
dust. When they create so much dust in those
They would
tunnels.
wrap a towel or bandana around their face to help.
That's
they
it?
That's it. Alan built these platforms because he wanted to show people what it was. And if you, I'm gonna use the light real quick. They'd have ladders like that, and they would climb up the ladder to get to this level, go up that ladder, and Alan did this so he could put the lights in for us so we could see. Then people crawled up the beam to the next level, and then they would be forced to walk across the beams and then down into, like you see a tunnel right there. They would work in that shaft. When they put the boards up, I'm going to show you right here, there's wedges, wooden wedges that they put in under it to help make them a little more stronger. Like I said, that's one of the tunnels they worked.
What was shift like? 8 hours? 10?
Probably 10.
10 hours.
Yeah, being down
How long those people lived? Very short.
here. Because at the beginning for silver and gold, they may have lasted a little longer, but because lead was discovered here,
Yeah,
that led to lead poisoning.
yeah, that's a lead poisoning, but what about hard labor? Hard labor killing you?
Well, they would be paid $1 a day.
$1 a day.
A silver dollar a day and a meal.
1 meal.
A meal a day at the end of their shift. This is,
What about other meals?
that's on them to pay for it. This is an active silver and gold vein. And as you can see, it goes
I can see.
all the way up.
I can see it's shiny.
Yes, actually,
Can we mine some?
well, no, but that big hole right there, this fell out of it.
This one.
This little,
So I'm gonna take this home with me, right?
well, that weighs, how much do you think it weighs?
Probably, let's say 40 pounds.
70.
This,
This.
70 pounds. Let me to try to
I was
pick
gonna
it
say,
up.
if you want me to hold the camera while you try to lift
Hold
it.
it, hold it.
Now what I want you to do is lift it up
With hands.
with your hands, and then, now stand up with it. Now, if you hold it back over here, and about knee level, you wanna drop it in the dirt, but listen to what sound it makes. Do you hear the echo?
Yes.
That's because there's a chamber below us.
Ah,
But that's,
so how much silver is in here?
well, if it's 70 pounds, it's probably 60% silver and 40% lead. 60 pounds of silver at then wasn't a lot.
Wait a minute, 60 pounds of silver is here.
Silver, which is 16 ounces times 60, which is 960 ounces at today's price at $75 an ounce. That's thousands and thousands of dollars.
In one of these.
Just that little nugget, yeah.
So you're not gonna let me to take it, right?
No, we can't.
Ah,
This
damn.
is to show, yeah. Everyone asks. I had one kid ask, he goes, so what stops me from picking it up and running out the tunnel with it?
Uh-huh.
And I said, if you can do it, you can have it. And he got to about here, and he couldn't carry it anymore, so heavy he dropped it.
But I could.
Yeah, I know, that's why you can.
Oh, that's why I can't.
As
Ah.
you see, these were from the 40s and 50s that they put on to let people know this is the emergency exit. So, leading down this shaft, and these were from the 40s and 50s.
Just one
That's what they
second,
use.
let me to explain what I was doing now.
Okay.
Kad sam ja digao ovaj kamen, vama samo da vam kažem, to je kamen u kojem ima 60% ovoga srebra. Znači to je stvarno srebro. Ja ga pitao da ga ponesem, on kaže ne može. Eto toliko. Okay.
Now, this is a cavern that was normally used by, we suspect, supervisors. They were bigger.
Oh, can I have light
Yeah.
for purpose of recording?
Yeah, and what I want to show
Oh, look
you
at
is
this. What are these guys doing here?
They used to have deputies in the mine, but if you look down the tunnel, there's, oh, the aliens are here. They came to visit us. But there's
Oh,
a tunnel
look at
all
the
way
aliens.
down. And if you shine the light all the way to the back,
1 second.
you'll see there's a tunnel that
Yeah,
they
I
come
see.
in and out of. And
Where
you
they,
walk in.
so that's where the aliens
That's
coming
how they come
from.
in. And there's also,
So we are currently in area 51.
we're close. No. But then, if you look up here, you can see a light at the end of this tunnel. And of course, we have.
So let
another
me see the
alien
first
that
sheriff.
came
Is this his original badge?
Not sure. Could have just been put up just for demonstrating so people see. But there's a light at the end of this top tunnel. Of course, our alien is protecting it.
Let me see. Oh, I
But if
see.
you look all the way down, you can see the light at the end.
Yes, I see a light.
That's how they could come in and out.
Aliens.
Well, workers, miners, but the aliens from over there were their spaceship. Yeah, they came this way. This was a safe.
This holster looks like original.
Could be.
Look at that.
There's just not a gun to put in it. But they would have deputies down here because.
But you have the
if
gun, so we
people were caught-
can put your gun.
No. If people were caught stealing, they dealt with very harshly. People would lose their lives.
Lives.
For stealing silver, oh yeah, there was no forgiveness. Oops, sorry, I picked it up and put some nuggets in my pocket. No, they don't forgive.
How they check them?
They walk differently because of all the heaviness from silver and lead in it. This was a safe that we found down here. We believe this was probably used for blasting caps. Now we use
This looks like ammo.
Yeah, they're blasting caps.
And what is this?
Just
Alcohol?
bottles and alcohol. Yeah, but those were here when the mine was operational.
So this was a real safe.
Yeah, this is a safe. And if you look at on this side, you can see.
Yeah.
That was a roof. I mean, we opened it so we can get into it and drilled the dial off. But this was a Wells Fargo stagecoach box.
This is the original one.
This is Wells Fargo.
Really?
And this is
what it says here?
well, that's
Pittsburgh
selected.
Pittsburgh selected.
But this is what they would have on stagecoaches that hold money. They had this here probably because they had to pay the workers at the end of the shift $1, silver dollar, and then when it got up, they'd give them a meal. But as you can see, wood.
So they pay them every day.
Every day they made $1.
So what would be equivalent to $1 today? That dollar today. What do you think? Roughly.
Well, if you could buy a handgun back in the 1860s for $5, today that same pistol probably would cost
600 minimum.
600. So divide that by
So it was like 100.
so maybe
$100 per day.
to work here. Because they could go buy food with $1 a day, or whiskey, or booze.
So this was carried. You know what? Those movies. Yeah, I love West.
That's
why I like. This is original.
That
Do you
is-
know the year?
We know this was from the 1800s.
So 1800s, everything.
They told us.
And what was this? This was a torturing chair.
Well, it's just a chair, and those are just straps and leather we found down here.
Look at this
But as
lamp.
you see, there's plates. That's all kerosene lantern.
Oh, okay.
But there were plates, bowls, bottles.
Look at this. They used to have real plates and real forks.
All of this on this table, these are books that was found.
Look at the pan.
Here.
This is pan?
Yeah, it's a cast iron pan.
Cast iron pan.
But this guy had a book that he brought down, and if you feel the pages, look how this has survived. And this book has a copyright date of, I want to say 1908. So it's been here for
1908.
It's been here for over 100 years. This newspaper
What it says here?
It's from
Practical business
mathematics, arithmetic is what it says.
arithmetic.
This was a newspaper from the Walla Walla, Washington Post, and the date here shows 1908, May 19th, 1908.
So
Is that
this newspaper is originally from 1908.
And you can see how it survives down here. The mines.
Let me see what they wrote back then.
Yuma, Washington is the city. Just like here's another one. But paper, the mine stayed at this temperature that we feel now, 70 to 75 degrees all year round.
Amazing.
This is what
Ove novine su iz 1908. godine. Iz 1908. ponavljam. The temperature is comfortable, yeah.
Yes, it's very nice. As you see, there's more clothes that were left here in supply.
Cane. Look at this title. Cane. Oh, look at this. Oh.
A shirt, crutches, cane. They had crutches we found.
Oh, look at this. This is
That's
amazing.
another. Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
And those are
Look at the
probably-
message here. Look at the message here.
Copa revolver, the world's right arm. And those are probably bullets.
And look at this. Somebody shot it.
Shot it, yeah.
Look at that.
When
He
a
actually
worker-
was good shooter. Look at this. Two in the chest.
When a worker got hurt, they were expected to keep working because they wanted to work so they didn't lose the money and the food. But that's why there were crutches here, because people would get around on crutches. Now this is a tunnel we're in the middle of working on.
So people did work even if they get hurt.
Because if they got hurt and said I can't work, they wouldn't get paid. And if
Well,
that's the
I
only way
have
they
to
used
say
to
this.
feed them.
Kaže ovdje da i ako se povrediš, i ako bilo šta da se desi, upotrebljavali su ove, kako se zovu, štapove za odanje, da bi došli na posao, da bi radili. Znači nije bitno što si bio povređen, mora se raditi.
Okay. Now this tunnel we're working on still, it's not ready for people to go into, but we got light strong, we'll fortify it with wooden beams. But that was another tunnel that was used for them to mine in. And they passed that wagon about 40 feet, it dead ends into a wall. And that was just, there was lots of chests and stuff down here they just locked up. Horseshoes, bottles, more clothes, blankets, more bottles. And like all of this was just left here. So you can actually see, I mean, they have tons of tools. Suitcase, quilt, you know, they had everything here. Because most of the time, even they had fire because there's a piece of firewood. They would make a fire here to cook with.